What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another Fridge Financials video. And in today's video, as you can tell, we are back with week 3 of crazy Wall Street bets in the stock market. So if you're excited for today's video, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications for all future uploads. We're going to get into this. We got a lot of things to talk about today. But again, remember, this is not just to point and make fun at people. It's all anonymous. There's no names attached to it. It's more of just to bring educational awareness, financial understanding, things that are good, things that are bad. Some really cool things were brought up here, which I wanted to kind of show, but also some things that I think are all very valuable learning experiences. So let's get right into it and see the first one. The first one that we have is Call Me the Ethereum Whisperer, because this dude has made over $300,000 in Ethereum U 2x leveraged ETF as a result of the recent Ethereum rally. He has put in $500,000 worth into ETHU, which is an Ethereum 2x leverage long ETF. And as we know, Ethereum has been doing absolutely amazing on this rally. It is outperforming Bitcoin, I'm pretty sure, over at least the last week and a half. Ethereum just keeps on rising and rising and rising. And this guy right here made over $300,000. Unbelievable. Now, the thing is, remember, again, with all these portfolios, something we don't know the portfolio size. This could very well be like 10% of his portfolio. Who knows? But man, oh man, what a call out. Again, for Ethereum, which is now starting to rally a lot recently. And he went into ETHU and made a lot of money on it. Shout out to you, my friend, at WallStreetBets. The next one is Coreweave Loss. So this person right here put a loss of Coreweave. He lost $31,000 on the day. Total, he's down about $6,000 here. This was an earnings play, and here's the tough thing with Coreweave earnings and a lot of company earnings that are coming out. When they're brand new and they're publicly listed on the stock exchange, you never know how the market might react to their first official earnings since being listed. Coreweave had a major run-up after their IPO recently, and it seems like the market did not like their earnings, and it was down 20% that he shows on his screenshot here. So the good thing, he's down $6,000 only. The even better thing, he could just sell covered calls until Coreweave recovers if he wants to, because it's not in options, it's in shares, which again is not a bad thing to do, is to get shares because the shares can recover. There's no expiration dates. You can sell covered calls, all this kind of stuff. So again, another thing to remember with IPO earnings, we have no idea how the market will react to an earnings report from an initial IPO or from an initial public offered company that recently has just been listed on the market. So, yeah, no, who knows? Next one says, I think I'm done for the year. He's up 187% all time, which I don't know what that means for the year, but I'm guessing he made some big play here because there's not really much going on, and then you get a huge spike here. And I picked this out because I think people tend to forget, if you make a big play like this, it's okay to step away. Like, you can make if you hit a huge play like this, you can step away for the rest of the year and you're still outperforming the S&P 500 for the next, 5 years probably, at least. Minimum, probably at least 5-10 years. So it's not a bad thing to step away, take this money, put it into, into a high yield savings account until you make the next play. It's okay to pump the brakes, especially if you hit it big like this. So hopefully this person doesn't just want to be like, oh, I got this adrenaline rush. I'm ready to go back in. I'm going to make even more money. Take a step back a little bit, relax a little bit, and use this time to evaluate positions, look at good entries, because this person does not need to rush it from what he has in his account right now, from what he's gained. He started at like $24,000 and he's up at 70. So he's made a huge return. He can take a break, reevaluate, readjust, put money in the high yield savings until they figure out what to do with it. Who really knows, right? So that's why I brought this screenshot here, because honestly, guys, I think a lot of us, myself included, forget that it's okay to walk away for a little while until something is still there's a setup that you actually like, So next one, Bull 160K all in YOLO. This is what we're here for. Again, Weeble's a great platform. I use it. I have it. Again, $160,000. If I don't know if it's an all-in YOLO because it doesn't say what his. I think it is actually because his net account value is the same as this. So he is literally YOLOing into the positions here. Thankfully though, he's got shares. So hopefully he's selling covered calls on those shares. I don't know if Weeble has earnings coming up by any chance anytime soon. But we always love to have the little dabble of the little all-in bet YOLOs. Let me take a look and see actually. Weeble, if they have earnings coming up anytime soon. His average cost is $15.10. And Weeble, at the time of recording this video, is $15.27. So he's up. And are there any earnings are August 28th. So he's got about 2 weeks till earnings here. So honestly, you could probably sell some covered calls in the meantime. No big deal. But I mean, you can sell like 100. You can sell like 105 covered calls if you really wanted to. But so hopefully it works out for him. Who knows? I don't know if it's an earnings play or he's bullish. No pun intended on the company. I have no idea. But so nice little Weeble play. 160K full port all in. Let's get some money kind of play here. Next one. This is absolutely insane. So we had an IPO yesterday at the time of recording this called Bullish, and it was a stablecoin crypto based company. And as we know, people have been loving the cryptos as of recently with Ethereum, with Bitcoin. This dude, first of all, when you do an IPO on Robinhood, you have to request shares. So you request amount of shares and you get filled at whatever it is that they want to give you. I requested it. It's my first ever IPO. I requested 5 shares. I got all 5, thankfully. This thing goes public and it moons, as you can see. Look at this moonshot play that this dude hit. Oh, just a quick $101,000 bullish profit. Dude got filled 1,309 shares at the IPO of $37, and he sold it for over $100,000 in profit. Over 200% gain. Now, the problem with IPOs is, again, we don't know if all IPOs will do this. Some of them might do well. Some of them just tank right after they get opened up. We don't know. But the thing also with IPOs, with this gentleman in particular, which I really don't think he really cares for making $100,000 on this, is that you can be IPO restricted for 60 days because this is called flipping. But again, I don't think he cares if he flipped over $100,000 in profit. Just my 2 cents. But oh my God, I was happy to get 5 shares. There's been people who have requested like 200 shares and gotten like 7. So this dude got 1,300 shares filled. Then he flipped it and made 101,000. Just a quick little profit there. Oh, unbelievable. I had to put this one in there. But I flipped mine as well. I will be honest. I did make some decent money on it. It's very, very nice. This dude went on UNH Leaps. So again, these are the Leap options. I've been doing some Leap option videos recently on the YouTube channel, so check those out as well. They'll be linked somewhere, or you just go on the page itself. But UNH December 17th, 2027 call options, he went in with he went in with like 800K, and now it's worth over $1 million. Woo! And he blocked out his percent portfolio because he didn't want people to see what he was doing. They want to know if it was a YOLO all-in or not, but who knows. But honestly, again, UNH is a play call that I think will do very, very well long-term. This guy right here has already made some good money. He's already made $200,000, which is absolutely insane. Imagine putting in like 800K into like one position. I don't know how people can do that. I would freak out. But again, I'm not there yet. So that's probably why, in the next 5-10 years, whatever my accounts are going to be at, I could just then put in like a $10,000 trade. Be like, oh, it's nothing. It's like 1 or 2% of my portfolio, whatever the case is, so just very interesting. But fortunate for this guy. Again, I think UNH is a good play. They've had a big sell-off recently as they recover, though. Again, one of the biggest insurance names in the game. Could definitely do really well in the next couple of years. Was trading at like $500 a share at one point. So if these continue to print, good for this guy right here. Coming up next, we have somebody who actually, which to me is crazy, and I can zoom in here for you guys so you guys can get an understanding of this. So he went in on Bullish, which was the IPO company, and he lost $44,000 on the IPO. My guess, and it doesn't say the whole order, I don't think, on here. Oh, it does. It's like 90 something $1,000. It looks like he got quoted at, maybe. I have no idea. But it looks, or whatever, oh, no, that's the candle. I don't know what he got filled at or what he bought it for. But dude lost 44K on IPO because it pushed up to like 118. Dude, like, oh, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. It gets halted like 7 times in the process, and it comes down to like $80 a share. So maybe he bought high and sold low. I have no idea. But again, this is the risk that you take on with IPOs. And imagine losing 45K. I would probably cry for many, 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 many hours. All right, so next up on the list, we've got lost 11,000 on SPY calls today. Switched his account to margin. I'm a pattern day trader, and I'm YOLOing on Roblox calls. And I didn't put the screenshot in here, but he did YOLO it. I checked it, and it was like the same amount of his portfolio was literally Roblox calls. I lost 11,000 on calls today. So what am I going to do? I'm going to YOLO Roblox call. Like, there's things, guys, where if you lose money, you walk away. You don't revenge trade. This is revenge trading, in my opinion. Maybe it works out for him, and I hope it does, honestly. But good Lord, revenge trading is crazy to me sometimes. I don't know how people can do it. I take a trade and I walk away. I'm like, dude, I can't do this again because that loss just hurts. But I lost 11K and was like, yeah, I'm going to do Roblox calls. He rebounded some of it. But, who knows what's going to happen the next, couple weeks, potentially. This is just insane. This person right here put he put $1.3 million into Unity software. Huh? $1.3 million into Unity software call options that he put in. Right now it's worth about $3 million. My dude has printed $1.9 million today overall, and he's up $900,000 today. Oh my God. At least take out your cost basis. At least take out the 1.3 and let the 2 million ride, right? Why not? And we have no idea how big this is to his portfolio size. I have no idea, but this dude's definitely rolling high. And man, I would love to be there one day. Next up is actually a nice post as well. Apple HODL gang. This dude's just been holding Apple stocks since $23.36 pre-splits, I'm guessing, or after stock splits here. And he's made over $300,000 in this trade, or on this position here. He gets a dividend payout every quarter from Apple, which is $400 or so, which gives you another 1.5, 2 shares maybe. But again, a very nice trade overall for this gentleman right here. Cannot complain about it. Again, Apple doing great things, as we know. This one right here, I had to put in. This person has all these different brokerage accounts, and they're all based on AI models. ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, Perplexity. I don't know what Claude is. I don't know if Claude is. That's his name. I have no idea. But this dude took the ChatGPT picks my trades from Fridge Financials and just quadrupled the actual amazingness of it. Used all these different GPT AI models, and he's up on the week, which is crazy. I just had to put this in there. That is absolutely insane. I hope this does so well for him because let's say you put $1,000 into each one. So 1,000. So that's absolutely awesome. I love that. And he showed screenshots down here of him plugging it into ChatGPT and Grok and everything else. An amazing trade. We have an Upstart $365,000 YOLO. Oh my goodness gracious. I saw this and I was like, whoo. And right now, Upstart is trading at 62.94. So he's down a little bit at time of recording this. I don't know if this is an earnings play, or they just had earnings maybe. Let me take a look and see if there's any earnings. Maybe they're doing earnings from a little while ago. Hopefully cashed out. But man, oh man, Upstart price is $600 million convertible debt offering. And again, it's down 5.8% today. So I don't know. Hopefully he made some money on it or he sold covered calls. I have no idea. But oh my God, the conviction to have $365,000 into this is insane. So we'll see if they post an update on this one as well. Going all in on Kava. This actually is one of those things where people always say, be greedy when others are fearful, be fearful when others are greedy here. Kava was down like 20-something% here, slashed their outlook, missed on their revenue. And this guy was like, I'm going to go all in, which he didn't go all in. It's still 13% left over, but he bought $66,000 worth of shares on Kava because, again, when it has this big sell-off, people try to take advantage of it, and that's hopefully what he's trying to do here. At the time of recording this one, Kava is trading now at 68.18. So it has actually rebounded a little bit, which is great because that means this gentleman right here, or lady, whoever it is in profit as of recording. So shout out to you. Hopefully you still make some money here. And again, Kava is a good company. Their finances look great. I think they're in a good position long term here, but it sucks they slashed their outlook and they miss on their revenue. Fingers crossed we get a rebound here. We shall wait and see. This person says it hurts any way to recover, and he's lost $27,000 on Space, which is a penny stock. So down 93% on this investment here. Again, could be like 5-10% of his overall portfolio. We obviously do not know, but sheesh, what a tough loss to honestly take. And again, you never know. With these penny stocks here, again, some people say they're trading at cheap valuations like this for a reason. They're not just all sunshine and rainbows like AMC pumps and all that. They're like Palantir, and it was even like $8 a share, or SoFi. Some of these companies, are a very risky asset. So keep that in mind when you see people like posting, I'm going all in on this company. Do your own research, as we know. This person right here, what I'm going to do is I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys again. So let me get a little bit of a zoom in here. This one says, I think I'm done playing earnings. Why is that? Loss on earnings. I'm guessing loss on earnings, loss on earnings, loss. Like these are all just straight up losses on earnings. As we say, time in and time out again and again and again, earnings are risky plays. You could have amazing earnings and still do well. Or you can go the opposite. He bet Duolingo would be awful, and it was great. He bet Palantir would be awful, and it was great. He bet Apple would be awful, and it was okay, right? So, you got to be mindful when you're playing earnings because you never know what the direction's going to be. Honestly, you might have a better chances going into, like, the casino and just throwing the money on roulette and hoping for the best. But that's just me, obviously. And the last one to round it off for today is put your money in a high-yield savings account, they said, and this guy is up 123% year to date. Now, let me tell you some things, okay? First of all, credit to him. Amazing returns. 123% returns, absolutely amazing. Putting money into a high-yield savings account is honestly not bad for some of your money to stay locked away. A lot of people, what they'll tell you to do is to put your emergency fund there. So that way, if you need it for a rainy day, it's been growing at like 3%, 4% a year, which is a very conservative return, but it allows you to somewhat grow your money and not lose money to the valuation to inflation. So yes, high-yield savings accounts do not give you 123% returns, but they do pay out the yield. And honestly, what happens, and I'm not saying what happened if this went the opposite direction, he lost all of his money, then what would happen, right? So, high yield savings accounts, when someone says put it in high yield, like, oh, I'm not going to do that. Be mindful that it's not a bad play to put in a high yield because you get a payout every single month on your high yield savings account and the money's going to grow there and it will not. You can't have less than what you put in. If you put in 10 grand, you'll still have 10 grand. The value of it might be less over the next 5-10 years, but it's not like you can buy into a stock and it goes down like in the stock market here. So, credit to him. Absolutely amazing shout out. Hopefully he keeps the gains going here long term. But again, high yield savings accounts, the financial, logic here, not a bad thing to have. So do not let people tell you not to put into high yield. High yields are a really good thing to do, especially for your emergency funds, if you want to buy a house potentially, whatever the case is. So that is it for week 3 of Wall Street Bets. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, make sure that you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications for the next weeks that will come out. We hope you're making money in the market, whether it's through Wall Street Bets or a high yield savings account or index funds or whatever it is you're looking at. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next video.